and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaked.
Welcome, new Chargers.
And buried in your bones.
Go Chargers! Welcome class of 2024.
Stealing your mind, and all it was real.
Welcome to Kentridge class of 2024.
Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you.
Welcome to Kentridge Chargers.
Welcome Chargers!
Welcome Chargers.
Just surrender 'cause you feel it.
Welcome class of 2024.
It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blood.
Welcome class of 2024.
Welcome to Kentridge.
Welcome to Kentridge.
Welcome class of 2024.
Welcome to Kentridge class of 2024. We're so excited to meet you guys.
Welcome to Kentridge class of 2024.
Welcome to Kentridge class of 2024.
Welcome to Kentridge. Let's go Chargers.
Welcome to Kentridge class of 2024.
Welcome to Kentridge.
Welcome to Kentridge class of 2024.
Welcome to Kentridge, everyone.
Welcome to Chargers.
Welcome class of 2024.
Welcome class of 2024.
Welcome class of 2024. Yeah. Welcome class of 2024. Woo!
Welcome Chargers.
Welcome class.
Welcome, class of 2024.
Hey Chargers, welcome to Freshman Orientation 2020. We are glad that you are here today. Class of 2024, we are made up of Northwood Jaguars, Meeker Pioneers, Meridian Monarchs, and a whole variety of other middle school students, all coming together to become Kentridge Chargers. Give 'em 3! Now, some of you are wondering, like, what's give 'em 3 mean? You heard some clapping. When a Kentridge tradition is when somebody does something well, or we're first introducing them, we'll say, give them 3, and we'll do 3 quick claps. So, we'll practice that again. We want to make a couple introductions. We have Link advisors who oversee our Link crew program. So our first advisor is Miss Julie Simonson. Give her 3. Our second advisor is Mr. Jason Simonson. Give him 3. I am your third advisor, and my name is Mr. Osborne. Give me 3. Now, we would like to introduce the principal at Kentridge High School. His name is Mike Albrecht. Give him 3.
So what are we doing out here today? We, as Link crew advisors, get to work with some fantastic Kentridge students that are your Link crew. You got to meet some of them in the introduction video at the beginning of this program. These kids gave up a day, last 2 days of their summer to get trained on how to put this day on. They've been helping us come up with tips and tricks on how to do virtual school. They've been coming up with a new way of what every freshman should know. They've been working hard for you guys.
Link Crew is about making connections between our freshmen and junior and senior Link leaders. They are very excited to work with each and every one of you, and later in the program you're going to get the opportunity to meet your Link leaders.
The one thing all our Link crew leaders have in common is that they all have decided to be a Link crew leader because they want to help you as freshmen be successful here at Kentridge High School. They, for some reason, have just either because they had a great experience themselves in Link Crew, or just because they like Kentridge so much that they want to help freshmen be successful here at Kentridge. What we want you to understand about those Link Crew leaders is, yes, they have that in common, but our Link Crew leaders are all very, very different. They come from different backgrounds, they all have very different interests, and a lot of them do lots of different things here at Kentridge High School.
They're involved in a lot of different clubs and activities. We have so many here at Kentridge. They're in things like Anime Club, Car Club, ACLU Club, and I could list them on here. But again, we have a variety of different clubs, and they're involved in many of them.
We also have students of all types of academic experience. We have those kids that definitely have their grades posted on the refrigerator, but then we also have those kids that maybe grades aren't something they want to talk about.
Yes, and we have students who are involved in athletics, and some of them have been 2, 3, 4-year Letterman winners. Some of them maybe are going out for a sport for the first time. Some of them maybe are not even involved in sports.
So our point is that our Link Crew leaders come from all different backgrounds here at Kentridge High School. One thing they have all in common is they're all someone that has made it happen here at Kentridge, which brings me to, at Kentridge High School, we have 3 types of people here. One is those that make it happen, like our Link Crew leaders who last week got together to get this orientation ready for you guys. They're making it happen. And what does making it happen look like in virtual school? Well, kids that make it happen are those that are on early on their laptops, ready for class. Maybe when their teacher comes on that first day and they're saying, hey, let's do a get to know you activity. The make it happen type kids are like, yes, sign me up. And they're already unmuting that microphone so they can join in.
Yeah, so some of you who find yourself to be that make it happen charger, again, you're going to be the ones that are going to be really involved in class discussion online, feel comfortable about that. You'll be on social media, looking into our clubs and activities, and also being part of our virtual assemblies, which are going to be really cool. We have over 40 different clubs and activities here at Kentridge. Again, I know a lot of you have already thought about that. Some of you have also thought about running for class officer, and again, thinking about sports. And we hope to get our sports programs up and running by winter of this year. So as you can see, we've talked about a lot of different opportunities for all of you that really want to make it happen. And so again, make sure you do that. Also, we're going to be adding e-gaming club this year, and it'll be a varsity sport, so a new and exciting thing.
So the second type of person that we have here at Kentridge are those that watch it happen. Now those types of students, when you're online in class, maybe when your teacher is talking about, let's do a get to know you activity, this type of student is more the type that's going to say, maybe I'll go last. They're also the type of student that will watch our virtual assemblies. They'll even follow us on social media at KR Chargers on Instagram, but they won't necessarily interact. They're the types of people that are saying, well, I'm not really the club or gaming or sport type, but I'll totally go watch when I can.
And Chargers, it's okay to watch it happen. We really do value audience. I mean, here in this gym where we're at right now, we have bleachers for fans. We have stands in our fields. Over in our Performing Arts Center, we have really nice cushy seats when you're watching our plays and musicals and other things. So a lot of different opportunities where you can do that, but we want to put a challenge before you. We want you to maybe look through all these things that we were talking about and maybe pick one thing this next year where you're going to switch from watch it happen to make it happen. And so again, think about those clubs and activities, and possibly you might even start your own club.
So, the 3 types of people here at Kentridge High School: those that make it happen, those that watch it happen, and then the last type are those that wonder what happened. Those are the types that aren't even watching this video right here. They might never watch the video. There's some kids that have never even logged onto their computer since like 6th grade.
Like next week, you could be texting on your phone, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, guess what? I got a text from my link leader.
Huh? Who? What? What's that?
You remember? We, last week we watched that video, and those 2 link, advisor teacher people were dancing around and stuff and telling us stuff. And then we logged on and talked to our link leaders, and they introduced themselves and asked us some questions and then gave us some tips and stuff.
Oh, I haven't even logged on to my computer yet. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I guess you had to see it to understand it.
Yep. And you guys got to understand, to feel high school, to experience it, to really get what's going on, you do have to be present. You've got to make sure that you're logging onto your computer, you're trying to participate in things, but really you have to actually show up to really understand and get the feeling of what high school is all about.
Hello freshmen and welcome to Kentridge High School. I was introduced earlier, but my name is Mike Albrecht and I'm the proud principal of Kentridge High School. Kids, never in a million years did we think we would ever start school this way. But this still can be and will be a great high school experience for you. It's really important that you get involved in all of the clubs and activities here that Kentridge High School has to offer. Not only do we have every club that you can imagine, and even if we don't have those clubs, you can help generate that to create a club that would fit your interest. We have athletics, wonderful music program, tremendous athletics. All of that's going to occur. Now, when it occurs, it's probably going to be delayed, especially for athletics, but for clubs and activities, we're going to have those clubs for you, although it might look different in how you can get involved. One of the great things about high school is that you're going to learn and you're going to have the skills and the knowledge to help you be successful in the future. We're going to still provide that for you, just in a different manner until we're all back to school here normally. But also, the great time for high school is to get involved in other clubs and activities so that you meet a whole variety of people and you get to really enjoy the interests that you have. We are so looking forward to having you here at Kentridge. We want you to get involved. We implore you to get involved in all the different aspects of Kentridge, and by the time you're a senior, you can look back and go, hey, I've had this incredible experience at Kentridge. It started off in a situation that we never thought possible, but I powered through that. I got involved, and I've had a great year. Our staff, our coaches, our advisors are all working hard to make this a memorable experience for you. So once again, welcome to Kentridge. I hope you have a great year, and we're going to do everything possible to make this a great year, and we hope that you will get involved to help your high school experience go wonderful. Thank you, and go Chargers.
Hey Chargers, it's me again, and I have this dollar bill. You know what's cool about this dollar? Just like, earlier we talked about 3 different types of people, there's 3 things that you can do with this dollar bill. 1, you could spend it. Some of you are like, hey, I'm so hungry, I want to go down to 7-Eleven and get some candy. Or some of you are like, I could take that to Taco Bell and get something from the cravings menu. But then it's spent and it's gone. Once you've spent it and you've eaten the food, and it's gone for good. Now the second thing that you guys could do with this dollar bill is you could save it or invest it. You could, some of you maybe are saving up for something like AirPods, or you're saving up for some gaming system. Maybe some of you are just saving up for college, and you see this as one step closer to your future, whatever it is that you're saving for. Now, like I said, that there's 3 things that you can do with this dollar bill. 1, you can spend it. 2, you can invest it. Well, 3, you can waste it. Some of you are like, what the heck? I could have used that. I'm so hungry. I could have gone and gotten some candy. Or some of you are like, but man, that could have gotten me closer to my AirPods. Well, you know what's interesting about this dollar? It's kind of like a day. There's 3 things that you guys can do with the day. 1, you can spend it. Some of you today, you're watching the video and you're like, okay, it's okay. And some of you will go and read the email from your link crew leaders here in a little bit, but you just looked at it, didn't really respond to it, didn't watch any of the videos that your link crew leaders are gonna send you, and you just spent the day. Some of you, however, are really investing in it. You've actually been really listening to what Mr. Osborne and I have been saying. You really listened to what Mr. Albrecht and his advice. When you get that email, you're gonna watch all the videos. You're gonna fill out the form and respond to your link crew leader and ask them the questions that you're really needing to know to make you successful here at Kentridge High School, because you really invested in today. Well, you know, that again, 3 types of people. There's some people that have wasted today too. Some people haven't even, like we said earlier, logged into their computer since 6th grade. They're not gonna see this video and they're not gonna get the tips and tricks on how to be successful here at Kentridge. Well, you know what's interesting? I have this 20. You know, some people see this 20 and they're like, man, I could get a full meal at Taco Bell. And some people are like, man, that could get me so much closer to those AirPods. And then there's some people that are like,
Rip it.
You know why? Because this 20, it's not theirs. It doesn't matter to them. Now think about it. If that dollar represented a day, think about this. $20. Okay, so there's 5 days in 1 week, 4 weeks, that makes 20. Okay, so think about, if we waste $1 here or there, no big deal. We wasted 20, that's a bigger deal. Same thing with the day. If we waste a day here or there, not that big of a deal. But if we wasted 20 days in a row and we're thinking school year wise, and maybe you don't even log in for 20 days, think about how far behind you'd be in your studies. Think about how much harder it would be, especially online, to get caught up. Now, one of my friends, I watched this assembly done by multiple people, and he pulled out a $100 bill one time. I don't have one, I'm not that rich, but he pulled out a $100 bill, and he whipped it into 4 pieces. Now, can you only imagine how much that audience went completely nuts when he did that? They're like, what are you doing? And he goes, you know, see that tape over there? And there was some tape on the table. He said, I can take that tape, and I can tape this dollar bill back, or the $100 bill back together. I can take it to the bank, and they will replace it for me. But what I want you guys to understand, that the 4 years of high school, there is no tape strong enough to tape those 4 years back together. And we want you guys to invest in your future and invest in those 4 years of high school, because again, there's no tape strong enough to get it back together. So what we want you guys to do today is we want you guys to make a pledge that you are going to invest in yourself. You're going to invest in your 4 years of high school, and in 4 years, in June 2024, when this pandemic is over, we will see you all at Showwear for graduation.
Hey Chargers, we want to thank all of you for participating this year in Freshman Orientation 2020. It's been a great opportunity for us to get out and virtually talk to you. We want to wrap up with a couple different things. And one thing we do every year, kind of talking about our pledge you were finishing talking about, is we do a freshman pledge with each and every one of you. So this is an opportunity, Chargers, for you to actually physically do something with us. So what we'd like, wherever you're at right now, stand up and raise your right hand, your other right hand. Now, I know some of you guys haven't raised up yet. Some of you are sitting there going, I'm in my keyboard, I don't know if I want to get up, let's go, come on, Chargers, we can do this. So, we've got 550 incoming freshmen, I believe, correct? So that means we got like 550 people standing up in Kent, in their bedrooms, in their lunchroom, in their garage, who knows where you're hiding, but you got your right hand up. So here we go. Repeat after me wherever you're standing, Chargers. I solemnly swear.
I solemnly swear.
To work very hard during my 4 years at Kentridge High School.
To work very hard during my 4 years at Kentridge High School.
I will get plugged in virtually this next school year.
I will get plugged in virtually this next school year.
And when we return on campus, I'm going to be involved in meeting friends and all the different activities that happen at Kentridge High School.
And when we get back on campus, I'm going to be involved in meeting friends and all the things that happen at Kentridge High School.
And so I'm going to set some goals, and I'm going to achieve those goals during my 4 years.
I'm going to set some goals, and I'm going to achieve those goals in my 4 years.
And I promise that I will be.
And I promise that I will be.
At Showwear Stadium.
At Showwear Stadium.
June. Of 2024.
Of 2024.
To earn and receive my diploma.
To earn and receive my diploma.
Thank you very much, Chargers.
Thank you. Thank you, Chargers. We are so excited that you guys have joined us today. Now, what's going to happen when we're done talking here is you guys are going to check your email. And in that email, you guys are going to have received an email from your Link Crew leaders. It's going to be one email from one of the leaders, but the other leader's name will be on there too. There's going to be a few things for you to watch. There's going to be leader introductions of your leaders introducing themselves to you. They're going to be your leader for the whole year, so I really want you guys to get to know them. And there's also going to be another video of what's called What Every Freshman Should Know. And in that, this year we're really tailoring it to this virtual school year, and we have lots of tips and tricks on how to be successful in virtual Kentridge. So make sure you guys watch that. There's also going to be a link in that email that's going to be for you to fill out a questionnaire, telling your link crew leader how to say your name, telling your link crew leader a little bit about yourselves, and that's going to be your opportunity to ask questions, and your link crew leader will be reaching back out to you to answer those questions for you. So please make sure you do that to really get yourself tied in. Also, remember to follow us on social media, on Instagram at KR Chargers, because you're going to find out lots of information there. And one last thing, Chargers. Campus may be closed, but school is not canceled. Learning is still going to happen. Clubs and activities are still going to happen. Relationships and memories are still going to happen. So you need to make sure you go out there and make it happen this year.